Hi, and welcome to the 5th episode of Knitting With Ewe podcast. I'm Frida, and I'll be your host. So, as you may know, it has been a while since I last podcasted, and I feel a bit rusty, so please excuse if I'm, not as, fluent as normal. I know I'm usually not fluent, but I guess today could be even worse. But, I hope my brain cells starts to wake up. I'm drinking coffee, so hopefully that helps. I know some people find it disturbing when you drink on the podcast, but I don't. I always feel like it's a more relaxed environment or feel when other podcasters are drinking. But I'm also that kind of person that actually likes crinkling when other podcasters show fibers and such. I really like the crinkling because it makes it feel more real, and I really like the crinkling when I'm opening new things too, so it kinda gives me the same feeling like I'm there and opening it. Anyway, let's get out of the subject from start. So the reason why my new episode has taken so long to make is because school has been crazy. Right now I'm participating in 3 different courses that runs parallel, and it's planned that way by the school, so it's not a big thing, I guess, but the subjects are all aesthetic, so it's music, art and drama, and it's really fun, but it's like the teachers in the different courses don't have enough communication between them, and they are all really bad at giving us the information we need. So I think most of my class, including me, is in a constant state of confusement. I think you can say confusement. We are all confused because, we never get clear instructions on how different tasks are to be made, and we always know when to finish papers and things like that, but we don't always know what to do exactly. We get like the gist of it, but I mean, when your papers and other things are being judged, you really want to know that you have done it right. And it's just really confusing, and they have been changing our schedule I think 3 times now. So when you think that, yay, next week will be a slow week where we can catch up with things and maybe actually read all the information and the latest information and actually get less confused, then they give us a late schedule change and tell us, no, a teacher needs to work different times or is sick or whatever, and next week your classes will be moved around like this. So then everyone has to replan their whole week and just follow what the school says. And yeah, it's frustrating, and since I already have a depression that really sucks the energy out of me, school behaving this way really doesn't help, because I keep telling myself that next week is calmer and I can have more time for me, or some day off, or some day to podcast. And then when they make these changes in the last minute almost, it's like I never really get the time to recharge. So I'm pretty drained. But I had a pretty calm weekend, so I feel like I can manage this week in school too, but I really hope that they don't make any more changes, because it's really annoying for everyone and just adds to the confusion. So last time I also said that I was organizing my stash and putting it all in my Rav stash and such. Well, that hasn't been happening anymore. As you may understand, I just haven't had the energy or time to set up my lighting and my softbox, my light box, and yeah, no. So organizing, not so much. I have, but I have been knitting. I haven't been knitting in school as much as I usually can, because usually in school at least half of our lectures are in this big hall where you can sit and knit without disturbing anyone. But since the classes we are having now are more practical, I really can't knit and draw at the same time, or play the guitar and knit. I think my teacher would be really impressed, but it's not a good idea. Anyway, last time I was spinning some luxury tribbles from Gourmet Stash in the Philosopher's Stone colorway, and I finished that and I made a shawl. This pattern is Little Waffles by Susan Ashcroft, and I'm just gonna show you like the shape of it. It's this boomerang shaped thing. It's quite drapey because I made it on quite large needles, and I also blocked the hell out of it. Sorry if you have kids. I guess I should put an E on this episode. Anyway, the pattern is this almost like a basket weave. Not really. With just knits and pearls. This looks crazy on my camera, like view. So I hope it looks better in my computer later. As you can see, it has these black streaks, and you can also see that the light shines through it. And I haven't woven in the ends yet. I'm contemplating on giving this a second block to see if I can get it even bigger, and maybe blocking it with a curve instead of blocking it straight like I did. Because this upper edge is kind of stiff, but at this edge I still have some stretch. I don't want it to break when I block it, but the bigger the better. Size matters, or yeah, let's not go there. So this shawl will be a gift later, but not yet. So that's the only thing I've finished, but I do have some whips. I'm still working on the Daydream Believer, and that's a pattern by Mary Annarella. The yarn I'm using is Nergal Yarn Saucy, which is a BFL and silk mix, and this color is called Don't Blink. I've said all of this before. I think I may have forgotten to say the designer name. I'm kind of bad at remembering to say that, but all the rest I know you have heard it before. And yes, my bangs are stupid today too, but at least I'll try not to get angry with them. I've finished the body, but it feels kind of short, so I'm starting to question if my measurements are correct. This is for my mother, who lives 1.5 hours away by car, so I can't really just pop over and make her try it on, especially not now with my school being crazy. But I put this safety line just above the ribbing, so it will be easy to just pick the ribbing out and knit a couple of more inches if needed. So this has this special button band. I need to move my coffee. I've already dipped the string to my project bag in my cup of coffee. I posted it on Instagram. Yes, I'm stupid and takes a picture before I put the string out, but I really had to show it because it was just a disaster, and I don't want to dip this in my coffee too. I almost did it with a little Waffles shawl, so I guess I should learn from my mistakes. It has this yarn over edge. I think I talked about this before, that it's not yarn overs, but it's that effect. Yes, I'm sure I've talked about that before. Anyway, I also have a sleeve, and this also looks really short, so I just put the stitchers on some scrap yarn and saved a little ball of yarn. I don't know if it's noticeable on the camera. It's not so bad in real life either, but I made this with 2 different skeins, and I know that you should switch skeins with handspun, but I thought no, I won't need to do that because they look so similar. Yeah, they are very similar in the base color, but the second skein had much more of these like speckles. So around the middle, the bottom half has way more speckles than the top half. I don't think this will be noticeable when you actually wear it, but just to be safe, I switched skeins on the arm. It's actually my first time alternating skeins, so I can't really say that the result was perfect, but I think it will be okay in the end. I also want to show you the difference in fabric between this yarn when it's blocked and when it's unblocked. I just need to de-hair it a bit first. Defur it, maybe. I think you can see this is the unblocked and this is the blocked one. And when you block it, it just goes super smooth and just amazing. It's like the stitches relax and flatten out and just gets lovely. I love this yarn. At the end of the sleeves there are lace cuffs, and sadly in the pattern they didn't say how long these lace cuffs are. So it was kind of hard to know when to stop the sleeve. That's also why I put it on some waste yarn. But I've finished one sleeve cuff, but I haven't blocked it yet. So, but I just thought I'd show you. Maybe you can see better at the white background and not my grey shirt. It's not really my style, but I hope my mom will like it. I've also picked up my gold Dust Gypsy again. This is a lace shawl, and sorry, I have to look at the designer name. Christy Holas. And I've made another repeat of the pattern. I haven't knitted on this on quite a while, and I actually got a surprise when I removed my last lifeline, and I had already knitted a full repeat and I didn't have any problems with the stitch count, but when I removed the lifeline I actually had 2 stitches that wasn't on the lifeline. It was 2 live stitches. So if I hadn't caught them, they would have ripped. Now I can't see them anymore, so I think I have woven them in. But I don't remember doing it. Yes, I have. I can see the ends. Anyway, this shawl is made out of some loop yarn. I think the colorway is Mermaid and Mermaid Coordinate. This is from a spin along, and it's full with dog hair, as everything I have is. If you are not aware or familiar with, I guess you all know loop. I will talk about a bit more about them later. Actually, I will talk about the spin-alongs later too. So I have one other whip, and that's a Quaker yarn stretcher. Sorry for my needles. This is also by Mary Annarella. No, by Susan Ashcroft, I'm sorry. Susan Ashcroft, the same designer that made Little Waffles. So this is also a boomerang shaped shawl, and it has reversed stockinette ridges, and the rest of it is just stockinette. So I haven't gotten very far on it. Yeah, let's just tangle it really much. It should be like this. I think it's really pretty. This yarn is also Gourmet Stash Tribbles. It's Gourmet Stash Luxury Tribbles in the Eau de Parfum colorway. So it's this purple with white and really hot pink like neps, and it also has, I think it's silk, and I don't remember exactly, but it's super soft and really nice. So yeah, I'll just keep knitting on that one. I'm really looking forward to our next class in school when we will have our ordinary lectures and I can knit on that one, because it's perfect school knitting and I can't knit in school right now. It's annoying. So let's move on to spinning and loop bats and loop spin-alongs. I made this one that you just saw in a loop spin-along. Loop has a Ravelry group called just Loop, I think. I'll link it in the show notes. Or I maybe also write it down here if I remember, I don't know. The spin-alongs goes on for 3 months in a row, and the colorways you can choose from are voted from the members. So for a small window of time, the members who are interested in joining the spin-along can post pictures of loop bats that they have made before, and a bit later anyone who wants to participate can vote, and the 2 bats that gets the most votes are the 2 bats that you can choose from in the spin-along later. And usually loop bats are one of a kind, but these are not, and these are also pre-orders. So usually you get to choose from the original bat and coordinate. So this was mermaid and mermaid coordinate. I think it was mermaid, I'm not sure. Anyway, I was the lucky winner, because at the end of the spin-along they have a drawing, and I won 1 free loop bat from the next spin-along. And in this spin-along there was 2 colorways to choose from, as usual, and one of them was Purple Rain, and I love purple, so I chose that one. and since I already got one for free, I bought the coordinate too. I'm almost done spinning the Purple Rain one. I'm in the dark blue. I will show you the last of the colors, but I think if I show you this lovely bobbin from the side, you can see my earlier colors. The lightest turquoise I don't think you can see, but it was a very light turquoise, and then it got a bit darker and darker and darker. And the colors I have left is a bit more of the dark blue and then some purple. And this is just merino. And the coordinate is in the reverse order. So, and I chose the coordinate to be with sparkles. The other one is without. So it looks like this. So this is the color you couldn't see on the bobbin. And then it goes darker and darker and darker. And at last this lovely purple. I'm still not sure how I will spin or ply these two bats, or how I will use them when I knit them, but I think that first I thought that I would do a 2-ply and just ply them together from the opposite order, so all the purple was laying side by side and so on, but then I realized that they would probably not match up, so now I'm thinking of just doing a chain ply of both, and then when I knit it I might knit every other row or something, so I still get the sparkles. I think this will be a shawl, but I'm not sure, and I don't know. And it's quite frustrating since I'm almost finished with the first bat. I want to know if I should ply it or if I should wait and spin the other one first. Maybe I should have split the colors and just spun them separately. So spinning all the purple to one skein and all the dark blues into one skein and just dividing the sparkle or something. But it's easy to say now. Maybe if I... No. I thought that I could just divide the singles, but that still wouldn't make them match up, cause so if I want to make them match up I have to unwind everything from the bobbin that I have spun and just divide them into separate bobbins and then continue the spinning and then 2-ply from the fold. Do you follow my train of thoughts? I don't know, I'm just thinking out loud, so I guess I should stop doing that because I might confuse someone. I'm confusing me, so yeah. But right now I think I will make this the hard way and try to actually divide it by color. Yeah, I think so. I'm stupid. I'm really stupid. So that's spinning, and well, I really recommend this loop spin along thing because it's fun and People are really kind and just amazing. Coffee. So, other crafting that I've made. Yes, I've made other crafting. I found the art of book folding, and if you don't know what that is, you take a book and then you follow a pattern and you fold every page, and when you're done with all the pages you fold them according to the pattern. The edge of the pages together will form a pattern of some kind. It can be a picture, it can be a name, words, you name it. And I've made two. This one I finished the folding yesterday. I hope you can see that it says Ines, and it has a heart underneath it. And this book was a horrible orange. I don't like orange. It had this color, all of it. So I painted white with gesso. I just used Martha Stewart gesso, 2 or 3 coats until this orange was hidden. I've also made another book that I've started to decorate a bit more. I'm still not finished with the decorating, but I thought I'd show you anyway. This one is for Ines' little sister Bianca, or as we say in Swedish, Bianca. I hope you can see that it says Bianca and a heart.
Hey.
Hey. Sorry for the cut, my nephew came home. Yes, I decorated this one. First I painted it white, like the other one, and then I covered it with this pink paper, not all the way, just the front side of it, or I don't know how to describe it. And then I also added this lace that I put beneath it. On the back I will have this lace, and it will be beads all the way along the middle, so you won't be able to see the double-sided tape that I used. I will need to glue this back a bit more, but yeah. I've also decorated the inside with some pretty paper and some paper lace, and this with love doily, and this is a stamp that I embossed with some gold. So yeah, I will add some more lace and maybe some lace flowers and paper flowers, and I'm also thinking of like adding a poem or something like that. I'm not sure if Ines' book will have the exact same paper on it, or if I should use a different paper. I have one that has almost the same pink, but it has some polka dots instead. I'm thinking of using that one, but I'll just have to try. Anyway, if you like this idea, I really think that you should try it, because it's not hard. It's actually quite... well, you just fold the edges in. Here, I can show you how the pages look when you fold them. I need to see too. You just fold the corners like this, so they are 90 degrees from the markings. And I made these patterns myself in a photo editing program. I used GIMP. I think I have it. Here I have it. Wow. I made it like this, so it has these lines. And I followed a tutorial, kind of, that I found on YouTube. So I think I just post it in case someone is interested, because I really love the effect of this, and well, you don't have to make it shabby chic if you don't want to. This is the episode of isn't it? Yeah. So, the last thing is that I've actually bought some blocking mats and blocking wires, so now I can block things properly. I tried to reblock a handspun shawl that I had done before that got crooked when I blocked it, and now it's straight and even and awesome. So I think that the little Waffles shawl will get the same treatment, and I will probably reblock it at the same time as I block the yarn stretcher. Since they have the same shape, I can like make them match or something. So they're not going to the same person, but I still like to make things the same way. I don't know, maybe it's just my OCD. Yes, this is the episode of that's what I will call it. So, that's all. I hope next episode doesn't take as long to record. But since I still have a few weeks left of this course, I can't really make any promises, and I actually made a thread in the Ravelry group where I post if my episodes really go in hiatus or just takes time. So if you miss me, check that thread, and hopefully I have written some excuse to why you have to wait. And if you miss me and I haven't written anything there, just ask, cause I'm just happy to hear from you. I had some really lovely viewers who contacted me both on the Ravelry boards and in private messages, and was wondering how I was feeling and was missing the podcast, and that really warmed my heart, and it made me even more determined to try to podcast even though I really don't have time. So that's why I'm podcasting right now, even though you probably can hear my nephew in the background. But I'm about to wrap this up, so hopefully it won't be a problem. So, I'm just leaving you with what I usually say. If you like this episode, please rate the podcast on iTunes or give it a thumbs up on YouTube. You can also follow me on YouTube and everything like that. So, happy knitting and spinning! Bye!